Hey, what's up, guys? It is it is the Triple S crew as always. Welcome back to another issue of Words with Nerds. It is me, the hostess with the mostest. Sorry, it's just wing. There's a lot of sauce. We'll get into it later. Sundance Kid himself, aka DJ.
Yeah, it's me, Slick. I didn't have a hot wing with capsaicin on it. Vic?
Oh my god, you guys are nuts. Hey guys, it's Space Case, aka Vince, and for this issue, I'm gonna go by the alternate version, variant form of Space Case, Spacekov Kasekov. And I'll tell you why. Because this week, issue 33 is all about Black Widow, bitches. Not only is DJ's tongue spicy, but this movie is spicy. Was it worth the wait? We'll get into it. But first, there's a couple more things besides Black Widow that dropped. I'm going to hop right into our first 10. I'm going to ask these boys, Mr. Slick Vic, Mr. Sundance Kid, you guys find anything interesting this week that you want to drop real quick before we get into the meat and the potatoes of Black Widow?
Vic, why don't you go ahead and take this one? I'm still
recovering. He needs time to recover.
Oh, God damn it. No, I got nothing for this week. I did my homework on Black Widow, so I got nothing. What about you, Vince? You got anything?
Dang, dude. I mean, no, because typically if it's my week, then I'd let you guys, have your little side topics.
I got plenty. Okay.
Vice versa, but apparently a whole lot of nothing going on.
I got plenty. Look,
I'll
take up this first 10 minutes, and this is what we're going to call Sundance Corner, okay? Oh. So, that's right. Coming up with our first little mini segment.
Wait, hold on? Can you actually introduce this? Because I will legit go crazy with the edits and Sundance
that's right.
Corner, and we'll have
guys.
A little dancing sun
over here.
Just zoom into it, get a cutout of David's face and then just zoom it into the fucking screen. Just
oh, it's gonna be. I'm replacing David's face with the Teletubbies son, and he's gonna be laughing, and we're gonna have some cheerful music over it. Sundance Corner, ba 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 ba, like something.
We're gonna give people Sundance nightmares. Corner. I'm so about this. All right, what's on the Sundance Corner, David?
That's right. So, like I told you guys last episode, if you watched it, and boy, howdy, thank you for watching that episode because we got a ton of views in the last couple of days. Yes, so, thank you for the people that were listening from the beginning, from the bottom of our hearts. We very much appreciate it. And to the newcomers, welcome to the craziness that is the Triple S crew at Words with Nerds. But on this segment of Sundance Corner, I will be talking about various subjects, including but not limited to video games. So, I want to let you guys know, first off, on the last episode, I talked about Skyward Sword releasing on the 16th. For those who are uninitiated in the video game world, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword that came out for the Nintendo Switch is actually a HD remastered version of the original that came out so many years ago. Now, while Vince is having a heart attack in the corner...
Sorry, Taylor just creeped up behind my webcam to grab the cat. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi, Taylor!
I don't even know if she got in frame, to be honest, but anyways, sorry. Sorry to interrupt Sundance Corner. Go ahead.
Back to Sundance Corner.
It scared the shit out of me.
So anyways, I took myself away from playing Breath of the Wild for a little bit because I just started a new game on there, or a new save file on there, and I was going through, everything from the beginning, and I was falling back in love with Breath of the Wild, so I figured I'd take a minute and play Skyward Sword, and boy, howdy did they not let us down. I am a huge Legend of Zelda fan. You can see from the hearts that are tattooed on my wrist. I have a ton of video game tattoos. Halo, what up? But I just thought it was amazing. I'm probably not even halfway through the game yet, but the mechanics are so flawless on there. The graphics just look so amazing. Um, the story, it's not my favorite out of all the Legend of Zelda's. Not gonna lie, Breath of the Wild definitely takes the cake. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, but this one was actually pretty cool. Like I said, the mechanics work out so well with the Switch and the controls for that. It felt very effortless. And the puzzles, the puzzles for the game, very Legend of Zelda esque. So if you're like a type of gamer in which you like to play video games for the puzzle aspect of it, and you have the Switch, go out and get this game immediately. It is amazing.
Yeah.
Though there are some, like my co-host here, that like to play very kill 'em all type of games. I feel like
Definitely Victor.
Shoot him.
as he was
Shoot
shaking
him
his
dead.
head vigorously.
I've
Shoot
played
him
Time
dead.
Cop with Victor countless times.
Yep.
I'm good at shooters. I don't
Yes.
know why.
There is so that's it for video games, but I really wanted to talk about I rewatched a movie that I kind of wrote off a really long time ago as like being too all over the place for me to thoroughly enjoy. And I went back and I watched it and I thought it was amazing. So if you're into science fiction horror, which we covered an episode not too long ago on this, please go and watch this movie. I am blanking so hard right now. Hold on.
What's the name of it? What's the name of it? What's the name of it? What's the name of it?
I got something after David. I actually have something.
Oh yeah, sorry. Duh. Event Horizon. If you don't know who's in
amazing.
it's got it's got Lawrence Fishburne in it. It's got your boy from Jurassic Park, Sam Neill. They are amazing in this movie. I think when I watched it, I was just watching for horror aspects and I didn't really get the psychological aspect of the movie. But it really holds up. It was made in 1997. So it was around that time where I think it was kind of ahead of its time. Like Spawn came out at the same time too, and people did not appreciate that as much as it should have been appreciated, especially for its special effects, which those still kind of hold up in 2021. So I would say definitely go, if you haven't watched it or if you watched it and didn't really like it the first time, go out and check Event Horizon. It is very cool. Yes, Victor.
Go watch that movie and be in the right mindset, my headspace for it, because that movie, I watched it. It's beautiful, but it's super psychological. So,
are you implying for our viewers and listeners to do drugs before they watch this movie?
No, don't do drugs and watch this movie.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Do yoga before.
There you go.
What does have the right mindset mean?
Light a candle,
Light a candle.
Get in a bubble bath.
I'm saying
they got some good deals right now. It's summertime. They got those fresh smells at the candle stores.
That's right.
They touch on some shit. The movie, by the way, it came out the same year that Spawn and Titanic came out the same year. Titanic eclipsed those movies, so that's why.
Shit.
Yeah, it eclipsed them. That's why they came out. It's one of those situations where they came out at the wrong time. Totally watched that, but I actually have one thing that I wanted to bring up. I just realized it, and it's really funny because it touches base on what we talked about last week, Loki.
Oh,
yeah. So, if you guys don't know this yet by now, out of the group here, I love going to conventions. I love all that crap. So I am going to Dragon Con. At Dragon Con, at the Atlanta Hyatt is where they filmed the TVA scenes for the Loki show. They even have the carpet there, so people are buying the carpet right now to make costumes. There's a rumor.
Hold on. Can we just pause right there? Because I need to know. People are buying the carpet of the Atlanta Hyatt to make cosplays. Yep. Cosplays of the carpet?
No, like they'll use the carpet design in their cosplays. So, like, if you see like a Mando, he'll be the colors of the Hyatt carpet and then have the carpet on him. It's a really common practice for Dragon Con for some weird ass reason. But it's rumored that a cast member of Loki is going to be there. So someone organized an event on Friday when it was the rumor that they're supposed to be there because one of the cast member apparently lives in Atlanta. It's called they're making Invade the TVA party. So there's already people dressing up as like the statues, the Kang statues.
Oh my god!
And they're like posting up at the hotel already, and they're like, we can't wait to do this when the con's there. So I'm going to be there, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to record that. So I just wanted to bring that up because that to me that's going to be fun. Just seeing that, and if one of the
that sounds dope.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I can already see. Hopefully, the hype sticks around behind the show because right now, obviously, it just ended, so everyone's super hyped on it. But we got till it starts in. Is it August or September? Right, Dragon Con. Which one is it?
September, the first weekend of September. Yeah, so September 1st.
September. Okay, yeah. So hopefully the hype lasts until September. But I can just picture it now. People at Dragon Con, just all the different variants, even like made up variants, people in their carpet cosplays, whatever, people dressed up as Kang. Like, it's gonna be nuts. I can't wait for you to go and to send us videos of the whole
Someone's
experience.
working on
thus
something.
ends thus ends Sundance Corner.
Oh, bro.
I wanted to bring up one thing.
I think we ended Sundance.
We were branching out into a different timeline. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, we were.
Someone's working on something, which I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. There's like an animal universe of Marvel, and there is a Kang the Conqueror there. The variant's called Kangaroo the Conqueror, and someone's working on that costume. I'm gonna take photos with that dude, drunker than shit.
Definitely a furry, dude. Don't get too comfortable with him and go into his room or anything. He's gonna pull you in his room and be like, "Listen, I'll show you the things I can conquer." Don't let him conquer you. But anyways, speaking of conquering, a couple weeks ago, a movie dropped that was long anticipated in the MCU world and the nerd world and everything that we cover. I'm talking about Black Widow. Obviously, you guys clicked the picture, you clicked the thumbnail, you guys know what we're talking about. We're going into Black Widow. Some of you guys might not have seen it yet. If you haven't, this is my spoiler warning right here. Don't go past this point. Don't do it.
Not.
Don't go past this. I'm giving you warning. I'm prolonging this too. You're probably thinking, hey, do I need to watch this? Should I watch this? Can I just watch the Words with Nerds video and learn about Black Widow instead of actually watching the movie?
Don't do it.
Watch the movie. I think there was enough time for people to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Black Widow. So here's what Black Widow is. Here's a little synopsis for y'all. Black Widow, set in Ohio, 1995. What a great year. We got a couple Russian spies. We got Alexei Shostakov and Melinda Vostokov. Sorry, I'm not Russian. I'm white as hell. Yeah, this is an American dude trying to say Russian things. It's not going to go well. Anyways, these two people have their surrogate daughters, Natasha and Yelena. Way better and easier names to pronounce. So it's the family of four. They're living in Ohio in 95. The parents, Alexei and Melina, just completed their mission to steal some SHIELD intel, and they deliver it to their boss, General Dreykov. He's a total dick, by the way.
Douchebag.
They get to Dreykov, and he, shakes hands, and now he wants the young girls. So he takes Natasha and Yelena to this thing called the Red Room, and he starts to begin their training for them to become spies now. From there, snap ahead to 2016, and we are right after Civil War in the MCU on the timeline. Natasha's a fugitive because she, violated the Sokovia Accords. I don't know why she did that, but she did. And she has to reunite with her sister. I'm using a lot of air quotes because there's a lot of things going on here. She reunites with Yelena, Alexei, and Melina, and they've got to take down Dreykov, who is total dick, by the way.
Super dick.
Thoughts about the movies, guys? You guys want to give your own little pros, cons? Was it worth the wait? What'd you guys think? I'll call on DJ first. What'd you think, bro?
Me? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you.
Thanks, Squirrel Man. I thought I thought that overall it was the movie itself. I thought it was super entertaining. I don't think it really covered like any new ground. I'm just being honest. Don't think it really covered anything like brand new in terms of storytelling or something like that. I feel like there have been a lot of like found family type of moments in all of the MCU movies. I feel like most prevalently Guardians of the Galaxy. So I felt like we kind of already went through that like this is my family even though we're not blood type of thing. So but I think I really feel like they could have done 3 movies about Black Widow. I really think they could have done that. I don't know why they didn't do it sooner because Thor got it, Captain America got it, Iron Man got it. I feel like Natasha and Bruce Banner just needed like some more movies because I was super engaged with her story, the background, her coming to terms with certain things that we'll talk about later in the episode, the character development in between like this Civil War Natasha, like post Civil War Natasha to like pre Endgame, pre Infinity War Natasha that we kind of get to see. The supporting cast is like just fucking fantastic. David Harbour, Florence Pugh, Rachel Weisz, like they were amazing. And like villain wise, there was more to be like there was more to be wanted, more to be desired from that field. But you can't. MCU movies are prone to like having like little tidbits that we're not gonna always agree with or enjoy, and that's fine. But like again, costume design, top fucking notch, bro. Like top notch. I'm so happy they put her in a costume that wasn't like, here's her cleavage. You know what I mean? Like it was very no, this is a strong and developed character, and she doesn't need to use like the prototypical Black Widow things like seduction and shit like that, and we saw her kind of become more physical. Like the fights, the choreographs were amazing, and it left more to be desired. Like in a good way. I wanted more movies starring what's the girl's name? Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Like I liked her interpretation of the character. That being said, I'm excited about the future of that franchise. So we'll see.
For sure. Yeah, man. A lot of good points. It kind of calls back on like this again ragtag family. They're put together to become a sort of fake family, and we've seen it before, right? Guardians have done it, just like you said. Fight scenes, fucking awesome. I mean, something about. I think it has to do with not only Disney choreographing these fight scenes, but Scarlett Johansson just being in any movie she's in. Every fight scene that she does, for some reason, she kills the choreography. Or what word did I just use?
Choreography.
Thank you. What is happening in my brain? Yeah, I mean, you mentioned, not a lot of boobage. But dude, let's be real. They gave us every booty shot they could because they know that it would sell. There some I was like, this is so unnecessary, and some I was like, this is very necessary. But I'm not gonna lie.
Look over at Taylor like
she's probably in the living room right now, shaking her head. Whatever. Victor, bro, what's your take?
I'm a sucker for spy movies. This was like Marvel's second
attempt
at a
sucker for butts.
No, spy movies.
Sorry.
I was like, did I say butts and not realize that?
I'm a sucker for butts. No.
Aren't we all? But I like spy movies. This was a solid spy movie. The choreography, I agree with you guys, was amazing, especially with Scarlett's, because like they even emphasized how even though she is a smaller person, obviously smaller framed. Like she physically will throw herself at people in combat. Like she's the cat. She's like, and it's really dope seeing that. And then I think one of my favorite things, or two of my favorite highlights, was the quote unquote villain Taskmaster. I loved that. That was a great introduction for me, and I really like how they kind of they built a world right now where I agree with David, where I'm like, dude, they should do more movies just like surrounding these characters, because even like the false family idea, I fucking fell in love with it. The whole thing was like just a good old fashioned Marvel spy movie. It wasn't. It wasn't. It sucked because it was overhyped, to some degree. It waited 3 years to come out. Right? It took about 3 or 2 years. So there was a bit of like everyone was like, "This is our first large Marvel movie that's coming out," and I think it did live up to it. Like, I know some people critique some stuff, but honestly, watching it, like I loved it. It was very hard for me to. I went in there with an open mind, and the story was solid to me. The story was pretty solid. There were some holes there, but all in all, it was a really fun watch. If you guys get the chance, watch it. We're going to discuss some stuff that I wanted to talk about later, but some of the cinematography in there, it was beautiful to watch. Some of the straight shots that they had with just a little bit Taskmaster and Scarlet, dude, those were beautiful. Like just watching that it was like a Taskmaster. Every time I saw him on screen, I got the vibe of Jason or Michael Myers. That very stoic, like it's a killer. It's a kill. You're just looking at a straight killer. So all in all, I really enjoyed it. Those are my thoughts, my general thoughts before we dive more into it.
That's a really good point. I never really put that in perspective as far as how Taskmaster is kind of portrayed from comic in the movie. And yeah, he definitely comes off, or Taskmaster, I will say, comes off as just a straight mindless killer at some points, where especially we dive into like that visor view where he's got all sorts of really cool
that heads up display is just
and there's if you go on YouTube, there's like breakdowns of the visor itself, and there's so much detail put into that thing, which is like hats off. I won't take my hat off right now because I need a haircut, but like figuratively speaking, hats off to the whatever you call it, the visual department. Yeah, sure, for Disney. Hats off to somebody is what I'm trying to say, for putting all that thought into like these scenes that we see for a couple seconds, and no one's gonna notice unless we break it down on YouTube. But I think they know we're in a world where that stuff happens. So again, hats off for putting in the detail for us to break down later. There's stuff on that visor that is kind of a callback or has similarities to Tony Stark, his suit. There's like it's showing all the pressure points on Natasha's body. It's showing like her winding up right to go throw a punch or whatever, and Taskmaster's breaking it down like per limb. What is the highest threat? What's the possibility of this arm coming to me or this leg coming to me? It's so cool to see Taskmaster once again like brought from comic to film, and I think they did a really cool job. Kind of going back to what both you guys brought up, the timeliness of this movie. I get COVID played a big part in the release of this. Totally understandable. There's really nothing they could have done about it. But I really wish we would have got more Black Widow, and I'm just going to say this to head things off, more Hawkeye. I know we're getting his show later this year, but like our friend Dan, I know Dan, he watches this show. Shout out to Dan. I hope you're doing okay, man. But he called it on Facebook, like this movie was needed before Endgame.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Like Hawkeye and Natasha, Black Widow, they've always been those secondary fallback characters where we love them, but we want more. And there's story that's needed to build those characters. And I really wish we would have gotten those sooner rather than later. So what do you guys think about that? Do you guys agree that like, what do you guys think about the timing of this? Was it worth the wait? Does it have the same sort of feel to it? You know, there wasn't really like high stakes to this because we already know what happens to Natasha. Like, the timing of this movie, does it affect the overall movie itself, or is it still a good watch?
You take this one, Vic.
All right. My points are gonna contradict themselves. I think this should have came out like a little earlier, timing wise. You know what I mean? Even like if you were writing the script, Vince, you know this. We love dissecting the shit because we at some point we had passions in doing it. If I was writing this script, I would have said, "Hey, we should release this way before. We should release this before Infinity War. We should have in production. It coming out after, and especially because of the delays in COVID, kind of we knew Natasha wasn't gonna die. Like I was watching the movie and I'm like, she could do whatever she wants. She could walk up and just smack people and she'll be fucking fine. It's true. She could have just walked up and been like smacking everyone, and she's like, I'm gonna be okay. But for as now. A movie, yeah, for for now. But as a movie, if you just go and watching it as a movie and just paying attention to that, it's a great watch, man. So it's kind of like I wish it came out earlier in the MCU timeline. Also, I wish it came out earlier. You know, I understood the COVID thing, but it's still a great movie. Just go watch it. It's beautifully done, and you could tell they put so much passion into it, and it shows. Those are my thoughts. I feel like that's it. Yeah.
Nice. What about you, DJ?
I agree with Victor's sentiment, but I also think that it's probably a great setup for the Hawkeye series. And also, I don't want to say this too early into the episode, but it also sets up another character from that movie to be very huge. Two characters, actually, to be very huge into phase 4. And hopefully further in like phase 5 potentially. But I think the ending, like Victor said, there was no real stakes to like, we knew Natasha was going to make it through the story. But I mean, to be a part of the journey and to see what, kind of what makes her different and the kind of character development that she as an individual gets throughout the movie is satisfying to people that are like hardcore Black Widow fans and wanted to see her shine in her own solo movie. So I felt like that was pretty big for her as the character and like the universe that she's from. Love the spy aspect of it all. I'm a big fan of that when like the MCU does it, namely with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is one of my favorite TV shows. It's definitely up there. I wouldn't say top 10, but it's up there. And I really like that show because they have like a spy aspect to it where it's just like, in the shadows. MCU, I feel like we get so many heroes that are like, in your face, Battle of New York, Washington is Wakanda and shit like that. But like with this, it was kind of like, hello, passing car. With this, it was kind of just like, kind of just in the background. Like it's something that wasn't going to make the news. And that's cool. I like that aspect of superheroism where we kind of get to the nitty gritty and like the shadows of it all in the Red Room. And that was fun to put more of a aspect on that. I feel like so many characters are just in your face. And this was kind of, let's take a step back. Let's give it that realism. Kind of like Captain America, Winter Soldier, like in the beginning.
Yep. I was just thinking that.
I love that aspect of it. So yeah, I would say this was, the timing wasn't great, but it gave us what we needed in the end. So that was pretty cool.
It's a good way to wrap it up. Yeah, I mean, man, Disney, we praise them so much, or at least I do on this show, but they are so good at doing every style. Like we've gotten time travel, spies, fucking, you name it. They're going to come out with a cooking show. We're going to have a cooking show character. Gordon Ramsay's going to be in the MCU, I swear to God. And they're going to nail it.
This is absolute shit.
Yeah, he's gonna
this is
be
a Salisbury
fighting.
steak, mate.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait for it. But they kill it. The character development is always spot on. I think DJ said it really well. Like, it wasn't timely, but it was needed. I'm glad Natasha got her story at her time in the spotlight. Doesn't matter when or where it happened. It happened. For those fans that are gonna like hop in late to the MCU and watch maybe the movies in sequential order rather than how they came out, this is going to be huge for Black Widow fans. But yeah, a lot of really cool character development. Speaking of characters, I think we're going to take a break right here. And then when we get back, we're going to dive into some new characters. Attila is so excited. We get back. That's Carmi. That's definitely Carmi.
That's Carmen, yeah.
Carmi is very excited. She's like, listen, take a quick break because I'm excited for this.
Let's get it. Go.
Let's get it.
Hey, welcome back to another episode. We're halfway through this issue of Words with Nerds. As always, the Triple S crew is back from this break, and we're ready to give you the real on Black Widow.
Wow.
That was
okay.
Too much?
That was
no.
That was
just,
good.
Just enough spice on that one. Just enough spice.
A little too much.
I like it, guys. I like it. I mean, yeah, boys and girls, welcome back to issue 33. I'll fucking take it from here, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Issue 33,
your episode.
we're talking about Black Widow. We went through the synopsis. Do we like it? Do we hate it? All sorts of stuff. I mean, you know it because there's no way you just started it in the middle of a video. That's kind of weird. But anyways.
Or maybe you did. Like, who cares?
Who knows? Maybe someone's out there just being like, fuck right there, and they get to like 1457. You know what I mean? They're playing fucking Russian roulette with our timeline.
Which
we got like maybe there's
go.
Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, before I offend somebody, we're just about to dive into all the new characters that the Black Widow movie brought to us in Phase 4 for the MCU. So we got a handful, not a whole lot of new characters, but I like it because it's not overwhelming, right? Mm-hmm. We got Yelena, we got Alexei, aka the Red Guardian. We got Melina. I don't think they went this route in the movies, but in the comics, Melina is the Iron Maiden. Mm-hmm. We finally get to meet Dreykov after hearing about him for at least one movie prior to Black Widow. Mm-hmm. And my most anticipated character to see in the MCU, Taskmaster. So what do we think, boys? Out of all of those, who do we start with? Who do we break down first? Who should we talk about?
Victor
was not one of the characters.
No, that wasn't me. No.
Okay, dad joke.
Yep.
I would.
Terrible.
I would like to go into Red Guardian because I have a little bit of a theory with him relating to the future of the MCU.
Do it if you're bad.
Why'd you say it so straight-faced? I'm so sorry. Do it if you're bad.
That's like...
Hey, sweetheart, Coke and rum. Do it.
Do it if you're bad.
Can you imagine if that's how like white dudes are dirty talking their girls in the bedroom? Just like, dude, hey, sweetheart, do it if you are bad.
Not sweetheart. Hey, butch. Hey,
no, that's Italian. No, that's Italian.
Oh, no, you're right.
What do white people say? What would like a standard edition fucking
darling, I want to make love to you.
I was going to do that. It's like, well, honey, the kids are asleep. So,
well, darling, it looks like you and me are about to go to Funky Town. Well, how about you wrap that leg around me and call me daddy?
Let's do the hopty doody. Nope, that doesn't. Sounds like she's gonna shit on me.
Let's do whoopee.
Sounds like you're gonna shit also. Why are all these girls shitting? Anyways. Victor, you were talking about Alexi?
Yeah, so let's break down Alexi in this fucking thing. I really liked his character introduction. I think as a full out character, they flushed him out really well. Like it was so weird watching him. I'm a sucker for, you guys know, I'm a sucker for like family stories and dad stories in particular. Like if you put a good male role model kind of thing, like a standard father, like I just click with it because I'm really close to my father.
You're a daddy's boy.
I'm a daddy's boy.
Same.
But throughout the story, it's weird because you do see the setup that he's a bad dad sometimes, but then watching him even admit he's like, dude, we're all bad parents at times. Like whatever, we were fake parents, but we were good fake parents. And I'm just like, that is such a weirdly accurate thing to say. And it was just truly cool watching this dude who's like, he is the antithesis of Captain America, have that like psychosis with it too, where he's like, he is my rival, he is my counterpart, I am the Russian super soldier. And I think it's a good setup to the more along the MCU. I don't know, I don't want to get too into it because I feel like I'll rob from you guys, but I do have a theory relating to Kang with him, because he
please,
he keeps bringing up fights.
I'm here for it.
He keeps bringing up fights with Captain America. He's like, does he remember me? Like we fought before. And he does that bit, but it's not like a bit like where you can tell he's kind of lying. It's a bit where he's like, I have fought Captain America. And then the one mutant guy in the Winter Guard tells him, he's like, you couldn't have fought him at that time in '83 because he was frozen. And then he gets his damn arm broken. But I think it's that because Kang is notorious at being a master strategist, so he will pull people from the timeline to fight for him. To pretty much. Wow. So my theory is that, like, at some point we are going to see Kang, like he is going to fight the Avengers, and he's going to be like, I don't have time for this, and he's just going to do that, and you're going to see like a young Ren Guardian just like in front of like Steve Rogers for some weird reason, and just be like, oh shit, it's you, it's Cap. And they're going to actually fight. I feel like that's our first hint at time travel fuckery.
I'm impressed, honestly. Not trying to be a dick, but a lot of your predictions are, like just not very thought out. Yeah. David's not good.
They're just not.
No, I mean, there's not like
that guy, pal.
Thought behind them. You don't like. You're just like, I would like to see this happen rather than it's a prediction. Yeah. This one, honestly, might be your best work, my friend. Oh, yeah. I like this. I would like to see it, but it also makes sense. It also makes sense.
Because
Space Case approved.
Space Case. I got the green light.
What is that? You got greenlit, bro.
Call back. But
yeah, that's cool. That would be really cool to see.
Yeah, it was just from that character. It was weird that he wasn't a liar. Like he was very honest. And whenever he brought it up, it was him genuinely wanting to know if Cap talked about it. So I thought that was cool. But you guys, what are your favorite points on that Bad Mamma Jamma?
Wait, what was the question originally?
What do you?
We're just talking about the new characters. We'll talk a little about Red Guardian right now.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Yelena for sure.
Oh, that woman. I have the hugest crush on the actress that plays Yelena. Since I saw her in Midsummer, I was just like, she is beautiful, bro. And in this movie, she's like a different type of beautiful. Like I don't know, man. There's like this one thing that she did, and it's an earlier point that Victor made, where like Natasha throws herself at enemies like a cat, and like somehow she just ends up like on top for somehow. And like Yelena did this cool thing where she like runs around a corner to take out a guy, and she whips herself, like she puts like she grabs him. I don't know how she did it, but like she whips herself around the dude, and he doesn't even know what's going on, and she just throws him on the floor. I'm like, that is, like, a woman that can fight and that looks like that, like, bro.
David's about to throw some pickup lines towards Yelena.
Jesus.
Yeah, but no,
Listen,
I thought no. Hey, Tuzzola, how about you come over here? I'll make you some capicola. How about that? Ma.
What are you, an Italian rap artist?
Ma, what do we got? Yeah, my mixtape is out today. All right. It's called Young Mozzarella. So
you sound exactly like the dude from
We're done. We're done with the.
We're done.
We're done.
No.
You lost me at mozzarella, which is
Young
something
mozzarella.
I've never said in my life.
No. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought that character, she had like arguably the best. Like it could have just been. She had some of the best lines. She had some of the best moments. Her acting was top notch, 10 out of 10. I think she was like everybody's favorite character at some point. Like at one point, there's at least one scene where you're just like, yep, she stole the show for me. So and she has just multiple points throughout the movie where she does that. And I thought she was just amazing in it. That's not to take away from like the rest of the supporting cast. I thought everybody, even like the arms dealer, like friend that Natasha has, where I've seen him on another show and like I can't remember.
He looks very familiar.
He looks super familiar to me, but like that guy was cool. Like I don't think there was a weak link in the supporting cast. I thought they all played their parts ceremoniously, and to be introduced like that, like I have not seen any of those other characters throughout any of the movies, and I just thought, wow. Like usually it takes you a movie or two to like get used to a character sometimes in the MCU, but these guys all hit it out of the park. Like I would love to see any one of those characters in a follow-up series and or movie. I think that would be awesome. So yeah,
that's a very valid point. That like it kind of takes a little bit getting used to new characters, right? Like when we first get Wanda, I mean, of course I'm head over heels because I'm crushing on Wanda right away. But even still, like her character needed a little bit of development. So after WandaVision, now I'm full on board with Wanda.
Scarlet
with Yelena. I think it's just Florence Pugh, right? She as an actress she's awesome. I feel like we're going to be old and gray and she's going to be still doing her thing. She's like the Tom Cruise right now. Like she's one of those big actresses that are just like in her prime. Like people might want to compare her to Jennifer Lawrence. I personally can't stand Jennifer Lawrence, but like she is like top tier right now. She's just killing it with everything she does. So for her to come into the MCU, take on this character of Yelena, who's most likely going to pick up the helm for Black Widow moving forward, and immediately have people fall in love with her, like that just, as DJ says, what do we do? Chef's kiss, right? I don't know,
quick tidbit though. She is actually dating, and this is a tidbit for Victor, since we deemed ourselves Chocolate Bear and Vanilla Bear back in the day. She is dating Zach Braff in real life. So there you go, buddy. She's
Zach
actually
Braff from Scrubs.
Yeah, she's dating Zach Braff in real life.
Dude, that's got to be the funniest relationship. Like I need to see their dynamic because they're probably
so many people make fun of them because he's like almost 45, I think, and she's like in her late 20s. And so many people have a problem with that apparently, but like, motherfucker, there's people out there that are dating like 20 years, 30 years, their senior. Like
George
Aaron
Clooney.
Taylor Johnson is married to somebody. I mean, people have their own opinions about that. But
I mean, shit, bro. Victor was dating a turtle back in high school. I didn't judge him. Love is love. Love is love. Speaking of relationships, though, I did not know that Scarlett Johansson is dating married to Colin Jost from SNL.
I love that, bro.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Nuts. I did not know that. Yeah. I learned that today, and it blew my mind.
They have a kid.
And Kobe Smulders Kobe Smulders is dating old boy.
Who's
the
Kobe
other
Smulders?
guy? Taryn. She plays Maria Hill in the MCU. She's dating and or married to Taryn Killian or something like that, who's also on SNL. So.
Yeah.
MCU loves their SNL people, apparently. So,
Interesting.
Dude, that's so weird. Yeah, I just remember that.
Get on SNL and you can date somebody from the MCU.
Sure, it's all yeah. Yeah, man, Yelena, dude, so many like catchphrases and one-liners and just like so many things throughout this movie where you're like, it's something that it like puts a phrase or a moment with her name. And I think that alone is what captivates everybody because it's like we can instantly relate. We can instantly call back to that moment and be like, ha, that was great. That was funny. I love it. And now I love this character.
I got
my what?
I got one of those moments. My favorite moment. You're probably gonna say it too. When she's talking about her vest. When she's just like, it's the first thing I bought. Yeah, it's just like, it has so many pockets. It's so, and I put some, you could just, I could put some, and I'm like, I like her.
I love how she got so excited afterwards.
Yeah, like I've done that before.
God, I knew you loved it.
Yeah,
so many pockets. I was like, oh, I knew it. We've all had that moment with somebody older than us, or somebody, you got some new stuff, and somebody's like trying to hate on you, but then eventually they're just like, okay, yeah, that's pretty sweet. I was like, oh my God, I knew you liked it. Look at the pockets. You can hide so much stuff in here.
So many pockets.
So cool. This is this is not so cool way to die.
Not so cool. It's not a cool way to die.
So cool way
to die.
Totally cool way to die.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah, I hope, I mean, I know it's going to happen. I can't wait for more of that in the MCU. Just that dynamic of her personality mixing with other people, I know it's going to be great, and I'm glad we got set up with a character like that who's, you know, like, not to bash on Brie Larson, but I know a lot of people kind of didn't like her portrayal of Captain Marvel, which once again goes hand in hand with DJ talking about like it takes a minute for us to get used to a character, but like Yelena, just right off the gate, all these like one-liners, relatable moments, callbacks. Like I feel like a lot of people are on board with her, and me personally, like she's taken up the helm of Black Widow, right? Like,
oh yeah,
I think it's a given.
Yeah,
like they didn't spell it out for us, but like we kind of see that happening.
Yep. Also, with the immense popularity of the character Yelena, like there's no way they're not going to
the character and the actress herself. Like there's no way it's not a continuation.
Come on,
I think Scarlett Johansson's done. Honestly, she after Black Widow, she has been in the most MCU movies out of anybody else.
Really?
Probably, yeah. That she's been. I think it was like. I don't even know the number. It was like 25 or something. Like she's probably banging.
Yeah, because she starred as a supporting character in what was it, Iron Man 2, and she's kind of she's been sprinkled in to a lot of the MCU. Yeah. Wow.
2, 3, 4.
That's
I've got it here if you guys want to.
Wow. Yeah, son of a gun. She has been.
Yeah, she's been in quite a few. Yeah,
that's awesome. Good for her, bro. Like she's been there. She's holding it down since 2010. Like she's about that business, bro. She doesn't get enough credit. Like Robert Downey Jr., everybody always flocks to like the original Robert RDJ and Chris Evans and all that, but Scarlett Johansson's holding it down. She put in that work.
Jesus, she did.
This is crazy. So I was trying to find the info again. I can't, but I just ran into something that was absolutely nuts. Yeah. So aside from Florence Pugh auditioning for Yelena, there were others, and the others, like, what if they came back as variants too? So these are the other people that auditioned for Yelena's role.
Come on.
Let's see. Honestly, okay, now that I'm reading it, sorry, I kind of overhyped that. I don't really know these names. Saoirse Ronan, Alice Englert, Dars.
Oh, Saoirse Ronan?
Yeah, for sure. You know her. And then this is what grabbed my attention. Fucking Emma Watson auditioned to play Yelena. Can you imagine?
I heard about that. I heard about that.
Oh, I can imagine.
I'm kind of glad. I love Emma Watson, but not for Yelena. I'm sorry. Not after seeing what Florence did for her.
Yeah.
She'll always be Hermione to me.
Yeah, but it would be cool to like have her break that role, because I feel like Daniel Radcliffe broke his role, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, Daniel Radcliffe is such a good actor. Like he's done some movies that I'm just like, Good for you, bro. Good for you. You don't have to work another day in your life, and you're out here killing the game, making new movies. So good for him.
For sure.
Hey, speaking of posers, such a poser.
God, such a poser. Segue.
Such a poser.
Such a poser. Yeah. Guys, if we were superheroes, what would your pose be?
I've already thought
I'm
this
sorry.
Out. Me too.
I'm sorry, Spotify listeners. You're gonna have to, buy YouTube for get a device that has YouTube.
Guys, I got
get out of the dark ages. Hop on YouTube for 5 minutes and check this out.
I'm gonna hit this shit so hard.
No way.
Don't
play music because then I have to play the fart.
No, I got it. This would be mine.
You're gonna
hope this chair can take my weight.
I got it.
You're gonna bust your shit.
Boom.
I'm gonna go
Spider-Man
full screen
style.
for this. Okay.
So you can't see it, but like just straight up hit him with the Spider-Man pose.
Full spread Playboy edition.
Boom.
Love it. 6 pages.
Yeah, thank God we did.
Let's go from out of my crotch area.
Can you top David's full spread spider balls?
I was happy I didn't see.
Edit this out. I don't like it.
I'm happy I didn't see the full spider balls, and I'm also kind of sad I didn't see the full spider flip off the fucking chair. I was halfway expecting. I'm like, we're about to get a funny ass video. Like, just like you're like, I'm like, this is such a good pose. You do the flip and everything. You do the flip and everything.
Oh, we get it. You're a clumsy hero. I love it. It's cool, dude. You're wearing jeans. No one actually saw your balls.
I hope not. I really hope not. I wasn't looking at the
Let's
screen, but like now that I think about it.
That's right. Hey, if I edit and I see balls, I'll edit them out. I'll put two
just
little,
like put
I'll
put
put
like
two
a little
duck heads or something.
Regardless, can you just put something on my crotch area where it doesn't show?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm gonna put nuts. I'm gonna put nuts.
No, just
put like the eggplant emoji or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Just a pineapple.
Can we not have my balls just out on the?
I love the creative freedom you guys give me with this show. To be able to give someone any type of balls that I can imagine.
That's cool.
Mean,
bro,
like
the artist inside me is screaming with joy.
Holy shit. No, I want to see Vince's pose. I got to see Vince's pose.
No. Yeah.
Honestly, once again, I was supposed to cut my hair. Sorry, guys. I'm not taking my hat off. I haven't cut my hair in like 3 weeks. It's a rough mess. But if you guys... No, kind of. I've got like this weird flat spot on my head, and it's called the smack spot or the slap spot. I think Victor's seen it in real life, where when I smack my head, like especially like on a fresh cut, it makes the perfect slap noise that you can ever imagine in your life. Fucking sign me up for an audio deal, someone.
Why is everyone being so weird?
What do you mean, dude? This is not weird.
I just showed them
totally normal.
Just show the
DJ's,
balls. It's no big deal.
DJ's spider balls. I'm slapping my head. Listen,
show me.
You're just trying to lose the pose off. Listen, I would go slap, finger guns. I would hop in, slap, finger guns. That would be. Villain would be like, fuck. I gotta leave.
I'm just imagining like Captain America. New Captain America flying down.
The villain shows up.
Everyone has a gimmick.
Yelena, such a poser.
It'd be super dramatic if you were in like some super battle, and like you were just like, all right, I got this, and then you just be like, yeah, let's do this.
Dude, the villain shows up and just pees everywhere because he's so afraid.
I'm just imagining Taskmaster seeing that, and then all of a sudden, just like doing it right back at you.
Done with this.
Zero threat.
Done with this fucking episode. I'm so done with this episode.
Oh, bro.
I love it. Victor.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
We got spider balls and
finger guns.
Slap, finger guns.
SSF.
I can't do it because there's not a lot of room, but I have some. Give me a second. 1 second.
Do it.
He is so pixelated right now. He might look clear to you guys, but like I'm looking at the screen and he's just like.
No, legit. It's like my favorite pose. If I had a battle pose, this would be it. If this was my pose, this would be my pose. That's all.
You're just posing as JoJo.
No, just a straight up like this, and then he just does like one of these right before he attacks, just a straight point at you with his jacket flaring in the back.
Okay.
That's I was being, I don't know. You beat me. I'm not gonna lie. If I saw this,
very modest and fashionable way to go.
Yeah.
Can I get a second one? It really just popped into my head just now.
Are you asking us if you can get up and do a dumb pose again?
No, I'm not going to do another.
I have no problem with you doing that.
Do you guys know when when Obi-Wan, like in the prequel series, he like is about to attack somebody, he does like this weird thing with his hands and his sword where he's just like he kind of just like points to you. I love that pose because he just goes and he does like this. It just looks so cool. I don't know.
It's like a point, but he's using two fingers.
He's like, let's go, motherfucker. Yeah.
I'm coming at you, but like
for also, sure. For sure, my guy.
For sure. No second guesses.
I love to see Ewan McGregor just be like, what's up, my guy?
Oh my God, I love it.
Oh my God.
Right, cool. What a crazy episode.
I think we're off the like swankies, bro. Like we are off the fucking rails these last two episodes. I don't know what's going on, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
I'm here for it. I mean,
it's Sundance Corner approved.
Yeah, and we got the Space Case stamp. I love it.
The Space Case stamp of approval.
Well, what do you say, boys? I think we got everything covered, right?
Oh yeah,
and a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit extra stuff in there, but it's all necessary. Yeah, man, Black Widow, in my opinion, definitely worth the watch. Go check it out. It's in theaters. It's on Disney Plus right now. Depending on hopefully you're watching this when it drops, because if you're not, then you're missing out. But yeah, we'll be back with a brand new episode next week. It's DJ's pick.
Fuck.
So
no. Just kidding. I already got it.
Hell yeah. That's all I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for sticking around for the whole episode. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys get notified when we post videos. And, we'll see you next time.
Like and subscribe. Later, guys.